Hey, hold on. I got something for you.
The bottom shall top. The bottom shall be 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 top. The bottom shall the bottom shall top. The bottom shall be 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 top. The bottom shall top. The bottom.
Yes, the bottom shall top. Hallelujah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not quite sure how I feel.
I didn't that please do not assume that to mean anything that I put Legionnaire on the screen. As I said, the bottom shall be top.
It's just the whole thing to me. It's like that doesn't even like I was thinking like maybe I can get into this groove.
The beat was off and everything, but I just thought it was hilarious that they all like the bottom shall be top.
It was off. What's going on, Legionnaire?
Hey, good people. How are you?
Oh, wait a minute. Is that a Lugu in the background?
I'm sorry?
Is that a logo in the background? Slide to the side so we can see. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I see it.
All right. You trying to get real jazzy with it.
I see it a little bit.
You get my little channel. You want to get jazzy with it. You want to get snazzy with it.
Okay. The Outpost premiering September the 6th.
I mean, you want to get all snazzy with it.
No. September the 1st. It's September the 1st. Yes.
Come on, snazzy.
Jazzy. All right. That the X-Men, the vibe. Come on. There we go.
You know, trying to do a little something.
Just a little bit. Okay.
That's cute. That's cute. So let's say hey to our friends and see.
Hey, people.
Bougie girl was first.
Hey, Bougie. Lord, listen, Bougie. Lord, listen, Bougie girl. We're gonna have to have a conversation because you know I'm getting ready to go into these shark infested waters, and I'm gonna need to have some conversations with you about these people up at the H and the U.
Oh, child, the colors.
I'm gonna try my best not to cut nobody. I swear, for God, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. But I somehow, listen, time has not been kind to me with my attitude. Because oh my God, we're gonna have some conversations about that.
I'm gonna get you a little plaque to put on your desk.
Oh my goodness.
That says "Fix your face."
Oh my God.
And I need you to look at that 3 times a day.
Oh God. Hopefully that'll work. But anyway, hey,
we got Mrs. Sugar Snap.
Hey girl, what's going on?
Eccentric.
Hey,
Michelle.
Hey, Eccentric.
And Louboutin. And Ka.
What's going on, Ka?
And Mufasa and Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, what's going on? And so, hey, so Dylan reached out, and Dylan, I wanted to clarify something with you. Dylan reached out, and it was telling me congratulations about the position or whatever. And we had a quick conversation about like changing the culture or whatever. And I was like, girl, I just want my 27 cents. I just want to go get my 27 cents, come on home. He said, well, that's kind of disturbing. I was like, no. One person is not going to change the culture.
They're still young. They think they can change the world.
And
they should continue to do that.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted him to understand that it was not me, it was not me shirking my responsibility to reach back. Howsoever, I was
only reaching back to get his check. That's what he was.
I am going to side a little bit with Dominion on this because, I felt that way at one particular point. Now I don't. Right. But what I do know is what I can control, which is in my sphere. That's what I can.
Oh, and Eccentric, that's right. His last class is tonight. When we see him again next week, he will be a brother.
Oh my God, he's gonna be a brother.
You know what? So I will say now, my message to him. I looked at the thing and I was like, oh yeah, so they're going to be crossing this weekend. And I looked and I was like, how far is Dayton, Ohio from Washington, D.C.? I was like, 8 hours and 45 minutes. Oh, that's what I was like. Sorry, I can't be there. Hugs from afar.
Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it while you're on the road. Because
because I was like, oh girl, no, I can't. If it was like a 4-hour trip, okay, 5 pushing it. but 8.5 hours. I'm sorry, baby.
Listen. Can y'all live stream it? Something, something like that. That'll work. But anyway, hey everyone, what's going on?
Good evening, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Yes.
Hallelujah. All right, we got a lot to get into. So
yes.
So, how was your week, Legionnaire?
My week has been good. There's some changes at work. Got a new supervisor. Our old supervisor moved on to bigger and better things within the company.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody else in the team has stepped up into the managerial position, and it's been good.
And
is it you?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, all right. Come on, not yet. Okay.
But we got 2 new team members, so our team is growing. The work is still fun. I'm still loving it, and just it's been good so far.
Excellent. What about you, Epic?
So my week has been kind of. Let's be clear. I don't give a flying fart about what's going on in this place right now. I'm rolling in when I roll in.
You've already mentally checked out.
Mentally checked out. Yeah, I have mentally checked out. And then what hit me today, 2 things hit me today. I got an email from my VP who asked me about the program that I'm supposed to be running. He's like, "Were you aware of this?" And he sends me this whole chain of emails. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, did you read through these emails? Because my name is all through this email. So the fact that you're asking if I'm aware of it, number one,
are you aware of it?
Secondly, you're asking what the process is, and I was like, "So you want me to give you the process?" I was like, "Let me give you quick and dirty." And I've never spoken. I respect my colleagues and my supervisors, but I was like, "This is what this is." We go for it, and I was like, "Boop!" It was very simple, very clear, very direct, and I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Boop!" That's it. And then that was the first thing that I realized with him. And then the second thing was, I think this man, after I pointed something out to him about what our office was to be doing to help everyone else, I think this man does not realize what it is that I actually did for the office. And I think he wants a standard operating procedure, like a manual of what I did, so that he can run with it when I'm gone. But you've never met with me one-on-one since you've been there.
Ooh.
So I don't think I don't owe you.
You already
anything.
got one leg out the door.
Yeah, I don't owe
and
him
2 toes
anything.
on the other foot.
Yeah, I don't owe him anything. So I realized that today I was like, I'm done. So I may go in tomorrow, but I ain't going on Friday.
I shouldn't be able to feel your pressure through your upper arm.
Listen, I got shit to do.
Right.
That's it. But other than that, it was a weeky week. I did some paperwork. As a matter of fact, I did some paperwork before I left for the new gig. So I was like, all right. So it was good for me. So that's how it was. My week has been so far for me. How about you? And I got my monkeypox shot. I got my first one.
Oh, good.
I got my first one. So
how was it in DC or Maryland?
So it was foreshadowing, even though I kind of lied a little bit because I said I work in DC, even though I don't technically work in DC, but I had my old DC,
So
ID.
It was low key. Not.
It was like a simmer, like a stud queen. It was more like well, it wasn't even that. It was no, it was more like Nancy Wilson. Stud queen. It was something, stud queen. Yeah, just a little light stud queen.
But it was a little deeper. Stunt queen.
Right.
Pretty little stunt queen.
So it was, it was just a little light.
Monkeypox.
It was a little light. It was, it was a little light.
It was a light stunt, but it was in service of a greater good.
Right. And so, it's coming. So it's all right, cool, whatever. But other than that, it was good.
Exactly. You podcast from DC, so you working there.
What? And there it is.
Boom.
There it is.
Shabam.
So
maybe I've told so many people that you could always use this address.
Listen,
so if you need to get your monkeypox,
here's
just
the
for
thing.
your monkeypox, don't be putting me.
Here's the thing. For me,
Dylan said it best. They said it was a finesse.
There you go. There it is.
There it is.
Right.
Finesse queen.
But see, the thing for me is
finesse queen. Go ahead.
For me, the only issue is I do not want to forget my story or forget my lie. So it's easier if I just
lie is just that you work in DC.
It's sometimes it's easier if I Don't do it. Because listen, I'm getting old. My synapses ain't firing as the way they used to. Because the bitch can pull together a story real quick.
Why you think I love OneNote? Because I'd be like, what did I say?
Yeah, it comes together. I can now listen. If pressured, I can pull together real quick. But sometimes I like, I don't want to.
Because baby, I'm good. I can make up some shit on the spot.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'll be like,
I need to jump in with something really quick.
Aha. My white cup was ready to go to the BGKH show. I mean, just take random shit in your environment and make up a whole ass story about it if necessary.
What'd you say, Legionnaire?
Well, I wanted to wait till you were finished because there was one more thing I wanted to jump in before.
Knock yourself a go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to send a shout out to one of our Midwest brothers, Mantis. He was involved in an incident last weekend where he was leaving out of a club and he was robbed at gunpoint, and unfortunately he was also shot. So we definitely want to send a shout out to my boy Mantis. We love you. We want you to recover. He did have surgery, some minor surgery for his gunshot wound. He is recovering and doing well. So I just want to make sure that I personally acknowledge him and make sure all the Onyx family know what's going on. We posted it on Facebook, of course.
Yes.
But definitely want to acknowledge him tonight. Let him know that we're all thinking about him across the country. We love you, Mantis. We love you, Said his husband. But they are doing well. He's recovering nicely, and just wanted to throw that out there.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you for that reminder.
Because I forgot all about that. And I was supposed to be reaching out to him, but I will definitely make sure I do that. So so how was your week?
Man, just a regular old week. I'm just letting the girls know. It was like, they were like, yeah, so we got this thing next Thursday. You got me until Wednesday. I'm even because I'm nice. It's normally 5. You got me till 5:02.
So generous.
And I know
you're a giver.
I'm a giver. I'm a fucking giver. It's what I is. I can't help my. Is what I is. I can't help myself. I give till it hurts. But I was like, Thursday. I want to be clear. I am out of the country with no access. So I mean, I'm in Mexico. My phone still works in Mexico, so technically, I will still get the emails, but I will not be looking. I'll probably look at it. I will. I mean, because I'm about to be promoted, so I will look at it, and if it's from the big boss, I will respond. But the response will always be, "I'll deal with it when I get back." But I would at least acknowledge that I got it. I'm not doing any work other than acknowledging the email from my direct supervisor or the big boss. I'm not responding to email. But yeah. And also, you know what annoys me when people go, my out of office message is I will be out of the office from
this day to this
p.m. on August 24th through 8 a.m. on Tuesday, August the 30th. That's from 5 p.m. when I leave until 8 a.m. when I get back. I'm not going to be responding to any emails. And I will say I'm out of the office with no access to emails. If you need to do something, you need to contact these people.
Yep.
Other people just be like, I'm out of the office. And I'm like, well, how long are you going to be out of the office?
I will tell people I'm out of the office from Tuesday through Friday. I will not be back in the office until Monday at this time. Mm-hmm. That's it. So that I don't want you to get it confused and call me on Friday. I'll be in Monday at that point. You can call me then.
Yeah, and when I'm out, even when I am in the country, when I'm out, I'm out.
I'm not checking. I'm not doing that. I'm not at that pay that pay level yet. That's above my pay grade. I'm not doing that.
No shade, but I am.
I'm not.
But
I'm not.
However,
even when you get to that level, you got to teach people how
to respect your time.
You. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want people to think that as a rule, you could be emailing me at 9-10 o'clock at night.
That's not what we're doing.
Like one of my fraternity brothers is also one of my colleagues. He's a director and another. And the woman that works for him, who was like my direct peer in the other organization, she be sending emails at like 10 o'clock at night on the
I'm not
weekends
doing
and
that.
shit. I was like, girl, I don't send emails after 5:30
Yeah, I'm not. It's,
or before
it's
8
rude.
o'clock.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes you might want to send a message so that you don't forget something. And I'll even preface it to say, hey, just as FYI, sending this because I didn't want to forget, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. It's no big deal. We'll talk about it when you get back or whatever. That's it. That's the extent. I'm not trying to,
hey, Midas.
What's going on, grab baby? I will send that message out, but that's about it. I don't want to. I'm not going to have a conversation with you.
She's like sending out deliverables and stuff to the teams. And I'm just like, yeah, girl, now I'm gonna do none of that. So like they were like, yeah, you know how you have to work on over the weekend to catch up, and I'm like, y'all do, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Whatever don't get done by 5 gets put. If it was depending, I reprioritize every day.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And probably I was commiserating with one of my colleagues that I'm always super productive during a day, but it's usually not the things that I plan to do that day.
Oh, well,
but stuff eventually gets done. But I'm like, yeah, girl, no, I do not work on the weekends. I do not work after hours except by exception. Like we had a meeting yesterday with the big boss and some team members at 5 o'clock. And that lasted until 5:30.
That is
I set
rude.
the meeting though, because that's the only time people were available. But it was only for 30 minutes, and precisely at 5:30 we was done. And that was a one-off. That is not a recurring meeting.
Yeah,
that is just we needed to get something done, and that was that one time.
I can't because my VP now starts doing this thing of like, oh, we'll have a 4:30 meeting and it goes until 5:30. I get off at 5.
That part.
I get off at 5 o'clock. That's all I'm doing.
Luckily, I'm in a position where I generally set most of my meetings. So I'm like, when people try to do that, I'm like, I'm not available after 5. So I don't really know what to tell you.
So, and I've realized now that with going into this, let me block my calendar out. Like I am not available till after 8 a.m. and I'm not available after 5 p.m. Like don't schedule me for anything.
Well, luckily Amtrak has policies in place that you're not supposed to schedule meetings after 5. And that's for the hoi polloi. Okay. Now for the upper echelon of managers, which somehow I'm in now, although I'm making money, but I ain't making quite that money. But they have meetings afterwards all the time. I do not. I have that meeting at 5 o'clock yesterday is probably a once a month thing for me at the most.
That's too much. That is too much.
I'm trying to be a team player at least until I start getting. Amtrak pays $100 a month towards your student loan.
That's still too much.
I was like, okay, I like these benefits. Keep them coming.
Cute. That's cute though.
They pay $100 toward the student loans. I get 5 weeks of vacation, and you know what that means? No more working vacations. Because the working vacations are for bitches that don't have but 3 weeks of vacation. They can't use it all up. 5 weeks mean I'm gone for this week. I'm unavailable. Any snooch. What is going on with your phone?
Your voice, whatever you're saying, is turning on my Bixby or whatever. And it's like it just keeps popping up.
If I just touch it, will it turn it on more? So I will say that other than that, we went to see Cirque du Soleil on Saturday at Tyson's Corner.
Yeah, out in Tyson's Corner.
It was cute.
It was very
cute.
The
show was called Mystère, Curious, the Cabinet of Curiosities, and it was cute.
I didn't see the rest of that.
That was the subtitle.
Okay, yes. I was like, what?
That was the whole thing. Is the larger white guy like owned this cabinet, and when he opened up that cabinet, that was all of the shit that was inside.
I saw him open up a suitcase. That's all I saw.
The cabinet, the suitcase, all of that was
okay. Listen, it was cute. I enjoyed it. It was a little long, but I had a little attitude about going to that bathroom.
That bathroom was a mess.
Oh no.
But other than that,
the bathroom wasn't dirty. It was just the way the people in line was acting was a little dirty.
Listen, I'm making a beeline to the bathroom.
It wasn't necessarily her fault because I wasn't looking. It wasn't like you. It was so here. All right. So can y'all see this? Here's the bathroom. That's the bathroom. Here comes Epic.
I'm making a beeline to the bathroom.
Right.
Like this.
He's coming diagonally this way. Some other
Someone
woman
was
is coming this way. She wasn't necessarily looking that way towards you, and she just happened to get there before you did.
She's like, "Is this line for the bathroom?" And I was like,
But y'all was like this. She got there before you did.
Listen.
I didn't want to say anything because you looked like you was ready to fight.
I was trying, but I think what I got mad about, it wasn't her getting in front of me. That wasn't the issue. What I got mad about was it was her daughter, and her husband. And I was like, now it's 3 motherfuckers in front of me that got to go to the bathroom.
She came up.
I was like,
and she did that shit where one person get in line, and then you're like, okay, it's just this one bitch. But then you turn around and it's like 75 motherfuckers in her family that's got to go to the bathroom now. One of whom dropped the deuce.
She dropped the deuce in the damn, and I was like,
it's a porta potty.
I was like, oh my God. So I walked into the porta potty, fucking paper and stuff, and I was like, oh, girl, whatever. Anyway, but it was cute. I enjoyed I think I enjoyed the makeup on the 3 bendy twisty girls. I can't remember. I enjoyed
contortionists.
I enjoyed the aerial trapeze people, the 2 guys, and I enjoyed, who was the other? Oh, the chair to the ceiling thing was pretty awesome.
This balancing act with the guy had chairs and cylinders, and baby, listen, I would have fell just on the platform, let alone a chair balanced on a cylinder, turned 90 degrees to that, baby. Yeah, I would have fallen.
It was a lot. And I'm sitting there, we were both like,
right. We were literally holding each other.
Oh my God. Like it was
because you do occasionally hear like some performer fell at a Cirque du Soleil show. I was like, please don't let this be this one where this man falls to his death and needs kids in the front row. Because we were like in the 3rd row.
Yeah, it was cute. Cute.
We had very good seats.
Okay. So it was cute. It was definitely cute.
All right, so you want to dive right into P-Valley?
Sure. Come on.
All right. So who here? First of all, spoiler alert.
Yes, spoiler alert. If you have not seen P-Valley,
spoiler alert.
Do not listen to what we're going to talk about, because we're going to talk about this final episode for season 2. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Yes.
So if you need to get up and go get yourself a cup of coffee, go make yourself a drink or a cocktail or 2, please put mine to the side. I'll be there to get it later. Then just now's that time. But anyway, take a quick. You want to start with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So take a quick gander at this.
You scared? Scared? I ain't no punk now. Oh, that you are. But what I'm saying is, you scared of the sun. In fact, you scared you is the sun. You scared you're gonna make it.
That's not what it is, cuz.
Well, your ass can't sit up there and say it's because you want to cook breakfast for her grandmother every day. Or that you want to be playing these crowds up in Chuckalisa the rest of your life. Boy, what got into your head?
Look, my decision is my decision.
That ain't no decision. That's impulse, which is the sister of stupidity.
You the fucking one that's scared. Say you pushing me away from me when you really pushing me away from you. You pushing me away because you don't know you worthy of shit. Worthy of being took care of and all the protection and plates of yams and chicken and dressing, all this fucking glove, Cliff.
I sell fantasy for work. So in real life, I need real life. Outside that paradise room, outside my room, outside my fucking closet. Marcus, I just turned 40 and you is half my age. What the hell do you know about some shit? Dark as shit.
That was the most beautifulest, most ghettoest, most romantic shit I have ever heard.
It was so romantic
in my whole life.
It was
it was beautiful.
He said chicken and dressing and yams and shit.
All this love shit.
I was like, I need someone to say that shit to me. I do have someone to say that to me. But I don't know what that means, but
I have a cup that says it to me. In fact, she's a little empty. I need some more liquor in her.
Woo woo woo.
Ooh.
But I had just a few observations. I already said that it's the most ghetto-ish shit. Then to come out and they played motherfucking Love Ballad by Jeffrey Osborne.
So can we wait? Okay,
that
listen.
turns me all the way out.
We were just I respect Jeffrey and what he has going on, and listen. He is a legend. He makes some good music, baby. That is not the song for me that would make the turn.
Really,
it is not. That is not. That don't do
what
it for me.
We have is much more than they could see. That baritone just does it. I mean, he's not Luther.
No,
but I'm just saying, it was a perfect song choice for that moment, though.
And
the words say what we have is much more than they can see.
Yes,
it was the perfect song
that.
choice.
But I was sitting there watching. I was watching Uncle Clifford. And he was like, he was like that auntie at the bar that they play their favorite song. Mm-hmm. At the bar, they got their one little drink that got half of it left, a Newport, and then a glass of water.
Not a Newport.
He's like, that's my song. Ah! Or they got that Budweiser with a straw in it. They sipping on that too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I saw. But hey,
they got that yak.
What? Listen. All I know is
with the cigarette hanging on the corner. Yeah, that's my jam, and that cigarette just keep going, and then that ash just don't never fall,
and the ash that don't fall off.
Listen, perfectly balanced, the whole damn cigarette is still
right,
all burnt out, and the ash just hanging.
Right. So I thought that was great. Diamond was about to kill old girl's husband.
He was going to kill Mr. Derrick.
All right, we're going to go back.
Let's go back.
All right,
let's go. We're not to the beginning, but let's go back. Autumn Haley.
Yes.
Autumn Haley. Boo Boo the Free
Savage, Autumn Rolfson, whatever.
Right. Right. Her.
And Uncle Clifford was calling her all these different names. I was dying. But she is not, to her, the actor is not coming back to the show.
Right.
The character was written off. What went out with a bang because she got her money that she invested in the club, and then she took another $27,000 or something like that from.
No, she took another $40,000.
Oh, $40,000, right?
Yeah.
From the club.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's out in the street, and it was kind of cute how they did her all white with the white and all that. She just turned around, she just starts smiling. That was cute. I like that. So that was cute for me. I enjoyed that.
Can you imagine riding a bus? Getting on a bus with $40,000 in cash in a duffel bag.
She had $290,000.
Oh, $290,000. Yeah, I mean that's a good way to start over, I guess.
Baby, let me tell you something. This me getting on the bus with this bag,
right? People like, hi, don't you touch me, bitch.
Don't you fucking touch me. Don't you fucking say that to me, bitch.
Get out my goddamn way.
So, but I thought that was
yes.
Autumn, Ailey, Lakeisha, Savage, Night 2.
Right.
But yeah, that was really cute. And the fact that they did the whole backhanded deal with the bringing the water, okay, let's back up.
Corbin.
Right, Corbin.
Let's back up. Mercedes' mother
won
the election.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she is now Mayor Bishop.
Yes.
Mayor
Mr.
Bishop.
Priest is now mayor of Chucalissa.
And
Mayor,
the referendum for the casino passed as well.
Yes.
Right.
Which led Haley to believe that she was in the driver's seat with rich white woman.
When rich white woman
was
fucking Miss Whitefish, honey. Miss Whitefish gathered her all the way up together.
Yes,
all the way
Tell
up.
us about it, Legionnaire. What happened?
She gathered like that.
Baby, Miss Whitefish called her up to talk to her.
No, she called the white bitch.
No, she called the white girl thinking that she was going to ask for some more money. And yes, the thing passed and I'm ready to get my money. I think I want $15,000. Miss Whitefish told her, girl, I don't need to pay you anything. Because sometimes the deal with being on the waterfront is sometimes the water comes to you. And she didn't know what she was talking about, but basically told her, girl, you should have took that $5 million that I offered you.
And that's it.
Because now I ain't giving you shit.
Not at all.
Because I don't need the paint.
Right.
How about that?
Now Now the deal was Corbin and his brother. They made this deal
with the white bitch.
with the white.
We probably call her a white bitch, the rich white woman.
The rich white woman.
Yeah,
I know. I keep calling her whitefish, but yeah.
Or the whitefish. Well, no, that's horrible too. The rich white woman.
Who are you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. She made the deal with them so that they actually are bringing the river closer to the land, so that they can put the casino next to the river. And that's that was one of the.
So basically, because you remember in the episode before, Corbin was trying to get the water to the thing, trying to make his cotton farm, because he don't give a shit about that cotton farm.
No, not at all.
No.
So I think what he did was sell that land to rich white woman so that they now have waterfront access to. Because then if they put the canal right there, they're right next.
Because they're going to build the canal that's going to connect. Right, that's going to connect the river to their plantation.
Yep. So they're sitting back kind of pretty because they're getting ready to get a whole lot of money from this, or make a whole lot of money.
The tea though is, what Clifford said later on was like, baby, when they build that casino, the Pank is going to be prime real estate, because it's going to be right. First of all, if you're going, you're in the deep South, right? So you can't get no deeper South than Chucalissa, Mississippi.
Child.
So if you already, sinning by going to the casino, you might as well sin and go to the strip club while you're there.
I mean,
so I'm just saying that they that's a money, the Pank was already making a cute little coin, but that's about to be a money-making machine.
And so, not like an old Southern Belle.
She really was giving Kathy Bates.
But actually she almost was giving Dolores Claiborne, which was one of my favorite motherfucking movies. And not even Kathy Bates, but the woman who just says, sometimes being a hot riding bitch is all you have to hold on to. I said, come on.
So then Haley Autumn Savage Night to the Soul Plane goes back and has this conversation, because she realizes that Clifford went behind her back, and then Clifford was like, bitch, I own 39% of this shit by the state of Mississippi. I am empowered to enable contracts, and so that's what he did. And so he was like, I got your $250,000. He was like, I deserve more than this. She was like,
take this $250 and roll out.
You need to take this money and run. And then Lou and Diamond was like, we buried a body for you. Oh, you better take this money and run. And then Clifford gave a good speech. He was like, listen, this is like a place for lost people. We thought we were we thought that she said, I thought I was getting a business partner and a sister.
Right.
But you turned out to be a snake in the grass. So you need to take this $250,000 and bounce, or we can add another body to this pile.
There it is. And listen,
because
Big Al was
Diamond.
Right there.
I mean, Big Al been trying to burn her for a minute.
Big Al was right there, and I was like, "Hey, Big Al."
Big Al said, "You should have let me part that bitch wig a long time ago." I said, "Ooh, yes,
like, hey,
that
part." But then Mississippi.
I actually stayed up last night thinking about her,
because I
watched it last night. I was like,
oh
God,
that was awful. That was so fucking awful.
I also because she's eventually going to get out. I am going to proceed expeditiously to stepmama's house and whoop her ass.
And the sister.
I feel like the sister was more sort of like
was coerced into it. But I still like I'm throwing.
She might get might get an open head slap across the mouth.
Like, let me just
She might get a mink. But stepmama gonna get mink.
Stepmama will get these motherfucking hands. That's just where we at.
Right.
She all like, oh yeah, the kids are so beautiful. They just grown up so much. And
and then Derek. Derek is his name, right? The white boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Called child services because he put all of the visits and everything in Mississippi's name, even though she was out of town, to make it look like she was the one abusing him. So finally she lost it. And then, of course, she had to strike the police officer. So then it was a whole wrap for her. So she's in jail because, she had all her shit together. They had donated all of their tips to her. She had money.
I hope that he does. I'm serious. She's probably going to jail. But I hope that Derek does not go out in that motherfucking car and take all her motherfucking money, which I'm sure he's probably going to do, and just sit on it.
Derek's gonna be dead shortly though.
I feel like
because Diamond. So we gotta wrap.
Right,
We gotta
yes,
get to that part.
Right.
So when she gets to jail, she makes a
phone
call,
call.
and then she tells this story. It's like, once upon a time, because she can't say she on a phone in the jail. She can't say, please kill my husband.
Right.
So she's like, once upon a time there was a princess.
Yes.
And she flew I'm making it up. She flew too high to the sun. And then she fell, but now she needs to be rescued. So who will come to the princess's rescue?
Can you come to my rescue and can you dim the sun?
Right, or some shit.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that's cute. And then, so this is my thing. And y'all could think this is terrible, but Diamond has never fucked her. I would have a problem with committing murder for someone I have never fucked before. I'm just like, they shared a kiss. I mean, they ain't even actually like been on a date, or anything. You like, he might stink, she might stink, the sex might not be good, and here you are ready to commit murder for this chick. And it couldn't be me, because if I'm sitting on death row now, I'd have been like, I'm on death row for this bitch I ain't even fucked.
Well,
I ain't getting no money from it. I ain't getting nothing out of this.
Well, but the twist and the tee-hee is, as he was going out to the car to try to get everything together to go take care of, who shows up but some random person.
And
random person in a patent leather suit who happened to be Big Bone first.
Right, it was Big Bone, and she was.
Listen, Big Bone was ready.
We didn't know it was Big Bone at first. We just knew it was a woman.
But then it was a second person that came up, and then it dawned on me also that somewhere in a conversation, I'm trying to think of where I heard it from or where it was said, but somewhere, Big Bone is apparently what's his face's sister. The one, this is a conversation. I don't know if this
Haley's husband's sister.
Yes,
that's who Big Bone was.
That's the conversation that
that's the scuttlebutt.
Would you say, Legionnaire?
No, I'm saying that's what I've been hearing. That Big Bone is Montavious' sister.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought they were just like, part of the same family or whatever.
So I was just kind of like, okay, so she's been here plotting on this motherfucker from the beginning.
That
makes sense
because
about the ring. Yes,
because you thought it was like when Big Bone saw Diamond kiss Mississippi, we thought it was all jealousy. No, that bitch was plotting.
She's been plotting ever since she saw the ring.
As soon as she saw that ring, she knew what the deal was.
Yep. That's what she did. So she just put it all together.
And so that it ended with Diamond being shanked, and old boy was about to kill him right there with like an AK-47, but then he was like, no, that's not good enough for him. And Diamond started having flashbacks. I felt like that was an add-on.
It could be a precursor to what could happen, because if he's having PTSD that bad,
I feel like because Diamond is a main character on the show. I mean, he could die, but this isn't Game of Thrones. So I feel like Diamond is going to survive, but definitely at least one of either dude with the one eye, because his one eye was cloudy, or Big Bone is not going to make it. Do you think Autumn set Diamond up with Big Bone? Big Bone was auditioning and couldn't dance or do anything. How she get a job? She already knew Autumn. That's intriguing. That's true, because no one wanted Big Bone.
Nobody wanted Big Bone
to be a dancer.
Well, she wasn't good, but
she was not.
She wasn't good, so she was better as a DJ though.
She ended up being fine as a DJ, but it makes sense that if that was Montavious's actual sister, that Autumn would have known who the fuck she was. I mean, is it possible that she didn't know who it is? But I mean, Autumn, every time I try to be like, Autumn, you all right. She turn around and do something.
Right. She turned around and then she ain't shit again.
The best thing she's done for me is when she wore that motherfucking red hair and that red dress, and she walked into that gala.
Beauty salon.
No, when she walked into that gala at the evening where she met the rich white woman for the first time.
Yes.
That was the best thing she's done for me because she was done. She looked amazing.
Bougie girl said Autumn was stupid and wanted fresh meat. She ain't think that far. Yeah, I feel like Autumn is good at thinking on her feet, but not necessarily planning like long term.
And Autumn was leaving the show pregnant.
They sort of tease that, and I don't really care because I didn't give a shit about that storyline with Andre.
Well, yeah,
and then, his wife. I ain't care about
then
none
deciding he's going to stay in Chucalissa, open his law practice there, and his wife. So it was,
and and his wife. This is what kills me.
Mercedes got her daughter.
Her daughter, and those beautiful pictures, and the woman
gave her a fat ass check.
What kills me is the wife gonna come back and be like, "You fucking somebody else, bitch. You fuck somebody else though in our house,
girl."
So,
right.
Y'all better hope there's season 3. The Twitters and social medias is chirping like that. That was it. So listen. Well, the thing is, Bougie, P Valley was just a one-off because it was a play, and it was just this whole second season. I was concerned that I wasn't even going to like it because there was no second. There's no second part to it except for what was written for the television show.
Right.
They could carry on a little bit. And they could go to a third season possibly. But even if they did end it this way, I'm kind of okay with it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I could, there's been no renewal for a series that popular.
And I would like to.
Okay.
Maybe I'd like to jump forward in time and to like, because it don't take that long to build a casino. They could build that casino and have it up running in like 18 months.
They could do it. So
they could pick it up. Because the thing about that is the land is there. I mean, all they got to do is knock down some cotton fields and build the shit. I mean, and this is Mississippi. I mean, it ain't like, they can grease whatever palms need to be greased, permits and shit like that. So you can make that happen. But I'd like to see what happens 2 years from now when we, this casino is up and running, and then we see what happens via flashback with Diamond and Mississippi and a few others.
Well,
I feel like the storyline with Lil Murda, I mean, although from a gay perspective, that was a romantic story, but Clifford had a point. He was like, girl, you ain't no little underground New York City rapper. You are a gangbanger in Mississippi. You can't be a gangbang rapper.
Right. There's no precedence for somebody like that that's gonna make it like he's trying to make it.
And not only would you be a gay gangbanging rapper, but you got people after you because they suspect you of killing one of their homies.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
A movie would be cute.
But Tina Snow that showed up in the last season, or the last episode.
Right.
Did you know that she actually auditioned?
I saw that and I was like,
she auditioned to be Mercedes.
I was like, is she a little young to play Mercedes? Because Mercedes, if Mercedes was always supposed to have a 14-year-old daughter, and I guess.
Come on. It's in Chucalissa. I'm just saying, Chucalissa.
So 28. If she's because like Meg Thee Stallion is 28 or so.
Yeah, I don't think she's 30 yet.
So a 28-year-old with a 14-year-old
she was like 23,
child.
24, but she would have been 14 herself because she was a kid. That was the whole premise of her when she got pregnant, like when she wanted to get in with her sister because she was very young.
Right.
So it could happen.
It could be, but I don't see it. I just don't see Meg Thee Stallion as that great an actress.
But for what she did, I thought she was good for what she did. In that role.
In what role?
As Tina Snow.
She was just all she did was rap.
I know,
and she had like 3 or 4 lines backstage.
But it was listen. She had a presence. It was listen. She had a presence in her lines. That's all.
Wait a minute. I thought Mercedes was like 45.
30 at
she
best.
Said 30 at best. That's a rough looking 30 if she's
it is.
She looks good. Let me be clear. She's athletic as
Brandy
shit,
Evans looks amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
And she apparently at least 50% of that is her up on that pole.
Right, but I've seen her stunt double. Her stunt double, but she does have a stunt double. She does have a stunt. She did something with Tayana Taylor, and it was the whole Mercedes experience. And she kind of flipped her over. She had her, and I was like, I said,
I saw with Brandy, I don't know if it was her Twitter or something, where she was rehearsing and she was actually doing all of that stuff on the pole. So that's what I'm saying. So she does at least some of that.
Yes, she does some of it. And listen, she's amazing.
Yeah, but I'm
absolutely
30 years old. That's a rough 30. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I mean, she looked good,
but
she don't look 30. She look a good 45. And that, I mean, that feels so mean to say, but she does not look 30.
She don't look 30. Then we'll just leave it at that. She don't look
37. Okay, I'll buy that, but 30.
Okay, we'll go with that.
All right. So, any final thoughts, Legionnaire, on this season of P-Valley?
I thought it was a great final season. I love how Haley, Autumn, Vaughn, whatever, played herself. That was just heaven. I love this. I like the wrap up with Clifford and Murder. It played a little fantastic
fairy tale.
Yeah. But it was still very sweet. I really like that story. So if they continue it next to a third season, I would love to see where they take it. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a great season. Lots of twists for a season finale. Even gave us a little bit of a cliffhanger because we don't know what happened to Diamond. We don't know what's going to happen with Mississippi. So yeah, I kind of agree with Epic. I mean, even if the show ended, I wouldn't be mad at it because I mean, a lot of shows end like that with stuff in the end, and and just like Bougie Girl said, I mean, you can always do a movie that can wrap those loose ends up.
Yeah,
Well, all I know is Lil Murder and Clifford, like he all this love and shit, these greens and yams
and chicken and dressing and shit.
The fuck.
And Ernestine survived the Rona.
Right.
Yes.
She was having a party. She said, "Fuck that shit. Put that jukebox in the middle of the floor." I
got her
to
little
go
African
dance.
man that she don't understand what the fuck he's saying.
And she just sitting there, this is happy. She's like, listen, Grandmother Ernestine is funny. She is absolutely funny. That damn Loretta Devine
I am interested in what's crazy bitch?
Roulette.
Oh, Roulette.
I am because Roulette now has
Roulette about to be a pimp.
She's about to be. She already is a pimp, and now she's got a trans girl.
She's
in
a
her
PIMP
stable.
pimp.
Yeah, that feels like a story there too, because we already.
It could be.
I'm saying, one of these gangbangers, get them a little taste of something, and then now trying to, the girls try to out. Or, so that feels like a story. So I am interested in what's going on with that. Something bad gonna happen to the light skin. What's her name? Ghost?
Whisper.
Something bad about to happen around her because something ain't right.
I don't know.
Something ain't right. It just feels like something terrible is gonna happen.
I feel like of all people, like it might be Roulette that something bad happens to. But I like Roulette though.
I feel like something bad is gonna happen to Roulette because Roulette does something crazy.
Roulette does something crazy. And I saw somebody's Facebook post that they had like all the P-Valley characters as like different signs. And of course they put fucking Roulette as a Gemini. And I was like,
that's true. Really? That's exactly right. That's so crazy.
Whatever. I was cool with it. Whatever. I like Roulette.
Like you ain't pulled a gun on somebody.
I've never pulled a gun on someone. I've had a gun pulled on me, but I've never pulled a gun on someone. Twice.
Like you ain't never pistol whipped somebody or beat the hell out of somebody because they owed you some money.
I have never pistol whipped anybody because they owed me any money.
Beat the hell out of somebody because they owed you some money.
Oh.
I have never beat the hell out of someone because they owed me money.
Wow.
Not to lie.
Yeah, that dude that they carjacked, because they basically stole his car and had that car chopped.
Child, that was so funny. She was like, "Take care of it."
Right, he ain't coming back for nothing. I was like, he's going to come back eventually.
Yeah, he is. But it was
because eventually he got some clothes or walked his sexy butt naked ass somewhere, or broke into somebody's room next door and was like, "Give me all your fucking clothes" or some shit, and stole somebody else's car. But he got out, and eventually he know where the fuck the bitch worked. I mean, you know, it ain't like a secret.
Listen,
Bougie girl, I know. I read between the lines. So he done beat plenty of bitches' asses. It just ain't never been for some money.
And I never pistol whipped anyone because they owed me any money.
So why did you pistol whip them?
I have never pistol whipped.
So why did you beat the shit out of them? You know, y'all Geminis be breaking bottles on the side of the club.
I've broken plenty of motherfucking bottles.
See,
now that I have done. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I have broken plenty of motherfucking bottles. And my favorite place to break a bottle is on the motherfucking curb. Because baby, when I say it's jagged motherfucker, ooh, I'm here for it. I don't know what it is, but
it's the drama of it.
It is what it is. I mean, it's all right.
So for those of us, do you have any final thoughts on P-Valley?
I'm okay with it if it ends.
Yeah,
I would love to see it come back. I think a movie would be cute, but other than that,
the only thing that really still sticks with me is
Lou. I'm gonna need you. Listen, I'm gonna need you not to choose your sides carefully, buddy.
We're not choosing sides. We're just making observations.
Choose your side. You want me on your side? Or you want me against you? What you want?
See, that's Gemini shit right there.
I'm just saying, what you want there? You gotta pick a lane. Pick a lane. I'm just saying.
Pick one.
So, according to this article from Variety that Dylan pointed to me, so thank them for that. Love, Death, and Robots renewed for season 4 at Netflix. So it didn't say when it's coming back, but that's good because did you watch season 3?
No, I've been trying to get through season 1.
Really?
Because and I have to keep remembering that it's animation, and so I was like, what the fuck? What is this? Like what? Like that first episode was it the computers? Like they were all surrounded by the thing, and I was like, "What the?" And let me also say, I was a little high.
That's the best time to watch it.
Listen, let me just explain this to you. I was a little high. I already had a little edible, and I tried to watch that.
It's like literally the best time to watch it.
But listen, I also tried to watch that motherfucking finals, the first episode of Umbrella Academy for this final season. When I tell you I was so motherfucking high, Legionnaire, I could not. It was too much going on, and I was just like, "What the?" Like I was like, I was sitting there saying, "Why is this episode taking so long?" Like what the fuck?
Because you was sitting there watching a TV turned off.
Listen, so when I got to that, I was like, "I can't. This is not." Whew, I could not. I could not. So I have not. I have to watch it sober because I had to go back and watch American Horror Stories. This last episode sober, but that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway,
all right. So tell us about this first story here.
So Robbie Montgomery. Do you remember who Robbie Montgomery is?
Yes.
She's the star of Welcome to Sweetie Pies. Yes. She goes by Miss Robbie, and she is suing an Arkansas-based YouTuber for defamation of character over the comments about an alleged murder for hire plot involving her family members. Now, according to Rhymes with Snitch, Miss Robbie who was one of the original Ikettes in the Ike and Tina Turner Review in the 1960s, is suing named defendants Phyllis Flint and Shanice Cody. The two are accused of defaming her in a recent YouTube video where they spoke of Montgomery being accused of quote unquote criminal activity and promiscuity. Many of these statements in the video involve James Timothy Norman, which is Miss Robbie's son, who was charged with planning a murder for hire on his 21-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery. And did he actually get hurt?
I don't think so.
Okay. But who also appeared in
the nephew died.
I thought he died. Because they killed him and they were trying to get their insurance money.
The nephew was killed.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
right.
didn't follow.
I thought that. Okay. So he's accused of hiring a woman to help him kill his nephew and unsuccessfully tried to collect his life insurance benefit. There it is. So
there we go. If they tried to collect the life insurance, clearly it was dead. So
The YouTube video features the two defendants accusing Miss Robbie of being involved in the plot to kill her grandson Andre and accused her of having a wild sex life.
Child, these YouTubers are going to learn to report the facts or
Yeah, I was
stay in their
gonna say,
lane.
is-
Right.
And again,
This is all alleged.
This is alleged. This is
we
according to Facebook.
We have no money to be sued.
Nothing. And the Jasmine brand. This is where this article came from. At the Jasmine brand. So
Right. We're just reporting the
We're
news.
just reporting.
But I mean, what was the girl that got sued?
She got sued with Cardi. She said something with Cardi and
No,
Cardi,
I thought it was somebody else though, like Tiana Taylor or somebody.
She may have talked about Tiana Taylor, but it's Cardi that took her ass to court. And
Okay.
sued her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So, girl, I mean, y'all be acting. Listen, when they say that shit on Entertainment Tonight, or when they say that shit on MSNBC or whatever, they got a whole corporation.
Facts.
Even if it's made up, they got a whole corporation behind them that's going to defend this lawsuit against them. You're just a dude on YouTube getting your nickels, for your viewership. So, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
talk shit.
Tasha K learned that the hard way, baby.
Who?
Tasha K.
That's who Cardi was.
That's who Cardi
Oh,
B.
yeah.
Yep. So also, Colin Kaepernick. I can never pronounce his name right. Colin Kaepernick. He became hype during the offseason after pulling up multiple workouts to achieve a goal. After staying off the game for years, he tried to keep the best case amongst the franchises for a comeback. Now, this is from an article from Essentially Sports, because this is sports ball. I'm getting this all mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
But we think he just got signed by the Cleveland Browns. So again, despite the preseason commencement, he could still get back with the Cleveland Browns. Given their quarterback is facing serious trouble, the franchise may have to bring in a new face. Deshaun Watson, who is the quarterback, is facing a possible indefinite suspension stemming from 24 civil suits that of alleged sexual misconduct. Now, Cleveland's choices are slim as the regular season begins in less than a month. However, this does not suggest that other alternatives do not emerge. The Browns signing Colin Kaepernick may sound like a rare phenomenon. Cap has not played a snap at the competitive level since 2016. It could be a crucial point to keep him in front of a team who aims to clinch a Lombardi trophy, which I realize is the name of the trophy from the sports ball
that you get at the Super Bowl.
But listen, I put this article in here because I'm happy that people are even still paying attention to him. And listen, I'm going to wish you the best of luck with that, Colin, because everybody needs a paycheck, and hopefully this works out in your favor. Unfortunately, at the expense of Deshaun Watson's bad decisions. So hopefully this works out for you.
Well, a lot of times, who among us has not gotten a promotion or some other thing because somebody fucked up at the job?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I was just looking. I looked it up to see how old he was, because I was like, he's 34. So if he had been if he had been, an active sports baller, he would be, getting up there in age.
Yeah. But he's been sitting back chilling.
I guess I'm just concerned that without youth and without the motivation of a regular job to go to, I mean, yeah, you can keep it up, but you don't have like a whole infrastructure. So like if you're on a team, you're like, okay, you got to be at workouts, you got to do the medicine, but I don't know.
Do the sports ball activity.
You got to jump rope 45.
You got to do and the throw and the you got to do 200 push-ups. There's no organized thing.
Right.
So
you got the whole training machine behind you
since 2016. So that means for 6 years he's not had that organized structure. And yes, the dude's got money,
the discipline
to do the discipline, but it just feels like I just don't want him to get hurt. That's my only concern. I want him to be happy.
Definitely. I feel like he's definitely going to get hurt, and it's going to be some malicious.
It's white supremacists everywhere,
right? Mean, they just listen. That's where we at.
So, in some tragic news on all sides, Anne Haish dies following a car crash. So she died at the age of 53 after suffering serious injuries in a fiery car crash in LA, according to her family. She was declared brain dead last Thursday, but was kept on, that was actually 2 Thursdays ago at this point, but was kept on life support for organ donation, and her heart was still beating, according to her representative. Her rep told ABC News on Sunday that she had been peacefully taken off of life support. She was driving on August the 5th when she crashed into a home in the Mar Vista neighborhood of LA, engulfing her car and the house in flames, according to LA police and fire officials. No one else was injured, and the home's residents and her pets were able to escape the blaze unharmed. According to the LA Police Department, results from a blood draw completed after the crash showed Haish had narcotics in her system, but additional tests were being run to determine more about the drugs and to rule out which ones may have been present based on the drugs administered at the hospital. She's survived by her 2 sons.
Yeah. Sad news. I wonder if, not that they have to, but I wonder if Ellen even showed up at the funeral or whatever. You know, they used to date. This was years ago.
I'm asking you, would you show up at the funeral of your ex?
Which one? Which one?
Any of them.
For 2 of them, I would. For one, I'd be like, ding dong, the witch is dead.
I have you know, Ellen portrayed this whole goody two shoes. She seems like a cunt in real life.
Wow.
I mean, spot the lie though. I mean, this is the people, you know, allegedly, because I'm not trying to get sued by Ellen money. But she seems according to things that we've read and whatever, she seems like an unpleasant person. And she doesn't seem like it didn't seem like they ended on good terms, and they certainly didn't like, oh, okay, we weren't good for each other, but I still wish you the best kind of thing. You know, sometimes people break up and they just realize they weren't good for each other, but they still see each other and they're still friendly and cute. It does not seem like that at all to me. And then the question of which exes, if they died, whose funeral I would attend, probably none of them. And some of them is out of it just feels like opening a can of worms, unnecessary. I don't need that in my life. I don't necessarily wish malice on them, so I wouldn't have wished it to be like whatever happened to Anne Haish. But I mean, if they happen to die before me, I'm not going to show up at any of their funerals because I'm not friends with any of them. It would be different if we had developed a friendship afterwards, but we did not. So there's that.
So this next article we found, according to Hollywood Unlocked, it was asking the question if Ray J was a crook. So listen, this story
based on what?
Yeah, this story posted on HollywoodUnlocked.com says Ray J and Princess Love are said to have reached a settlement with a man named Eddie.
Who the fuck is Princess Love?
That would be his wife,
right?
Or baby mother, or whatever you want.
Yeah, I don't follow any of that sort of thing. So.
But they're said to have reached a settlement with a man named Eddie Macion, who filed a lawsuit against the couple for stiffing him out of a $20,000 reward after finding their missing dog Bugatti. When the little pup disappeared in 2019, Ray sent out a message on his social media platform saying that if anybody knew of Bugatti's whereabouts and could safely bring the dog back to him, they would receive $20K in return. And he literally put, and I quote, $20,000 reward. Bugatti is a 3.5-pound white Maltese. He was lost in Woodland Hills, California. Please DM me with his photo if you found him. And this is what he tweeted at the time. So Macione ended up finding the dog, unaware that the pup belonged to Ray J until he came across the singer's tweets online, which prompted him to get in contact with him. When Bugatti was returned, however, Macione claimed in the court documents that Love and Ray J refused to pay and used their fame to quote unquote scare him from filing legal action. Ray J and Love, according to reports, contended that the lawsuit should have been thrown out because they never had a contract in place with Macione, adding that they did nothing wrong by refusing to pay him for finding their dog. But in an interesting turn of events, since the matter was expected to go to a trial in a few days' time, Ray J and Love have since decided to reach a settlement. The amount remains undisclosed. So there we are. I
barely listen to all of that because I don't care. I heard
The people.
I heard the whole story. We've known for some time that Ray J is a stunt queen with a capital S and a capital Queen. Not queen as in homosexual, but queen as in stunt queen. He's been a stunt queen ever since that tape with Kim Kardashian. So I don't really give a shit what happens to him. He could catch fire for all I care.
Listen, we're just reporting the news. That's all.
You are reporting the news. That is it.
We're just reporting the article.
I found something interesting on the interwebs that I thought.
You know what I mean? I got in my Diddy mode. I'm sorry. I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshka shmoosh. You gave me the ooshka shmoosh. The shmoosh. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? You gave me the ooshka shmoosh. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the ooshka shmoosh.
And
So crack kills.
Wow.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
So Legionnaire, am I alone with? I feel like this young man has several issues going on. He has several problems. But this is not the first time that I've heard alleged stories of Diddy doing things and having
doing
things
that specifically.
Done, having things done to him.
That's not the first time I've heard
in
a
this
story
same vein
about him. I think Mace or some other people
and
said
it was alleged.
It was basically he cornered them in the room.
Christopher Williams was alleged.
Yeah, it was Christopher Williams. One of them
and so I'm like, this is not the first time. So I'm kind of
but
like,
ultimately, I don't care because I don't find him attractive. So I'm not like I thought Lil Bow Wow was attractive. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. He got good pussy. That's the awful part. The good Christian part of me is like,
how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this?
I am not the first person. There are several videos going around where back in the day, when Bow Wow was like younger, where people thought he was an actual girl. Not like girl, G-U-R-L, like they thought he was a female because of the way he looked. And I'm not saying it has anything to do with him having good pussy, but I'm saying I just found him to be very cute. And so, but still, first of all, I don't, a crackhead, because something ain't right.
Right.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right in the buttermilk with Orlando Brown. Who the fuck is Orlando Brown? I don't even know who he is.
Orlando Brown.
What show was he on?
He was on.
Was he like a kid's actress?
Yes, he was.
Was he on that show with Raymond Simone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But he's on a couple other things too. But yes, he was a Nickelodeon kid, and
yeah.
Or was it Disney? I think that's Disney.
Same difference, but yeah. So I don't really. I mean, he's something ain't right with him.
Something, yeah.
And I would advise him. Lil Bow Wow got a little change, but Diddy got money, so I would advise him to keep his yap shut.
Listen,
so that's all I'm gonna say.
Also,
I mean, we're sort of making fun of it because that's what the BGKH show is. But on a serious note,
you
don't go around talking about the people that you had sex with. Period. I mean, you talk about it, but you don't get on an interview and be like, I hooked up with
absolutely
so-and-so.
not. Yes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm not saying you never have a conversation with your good Judies about who you fucked, but even that I keep it low key. I don't.
Yeah, it's not a whole.
There's like a very small circle that I tell tales out of school with. General people would never get that, and I certainly would never get on TV. And it's not just because this has the titillation of potential gay action. even if it was another woman, I would think it would be just as tacky if Orlando Brown got on TV and said that he had sex with Raven Simone.
Absolutely.
It would be just as tacky for anybody to be like, I smashed so-and-so. That's just tacky.
Yeah. Right. But, you know.
His credibility is sketchy at best.
Right.
You know?
And if you're going to do it on somebody cute that people care about.
Yeah, then there's
like, you know, if what's Diamond's real name?
Tyler Lepley.
I can't believe I forgot that. Now
you forgot his name.
You
ain't down. You ain't down. You ain't for the cause. You ain't down.
I'm sorry.
Why you call yourself a fan?
I'm sorry. I repent. Look. I have sinned. But at least do it with somebody cute. Like if he had got on and been like, Tyler Lepley got good pussy, I'd be like, go on. But that would still be wrong.
Yes, it would. I would love to hear
like with
everything
one,
you got to say
like
about
with
it.
One
sit right next to me.
I would cover my eyes so I couldn't see it, but I would perk my ear up.
Right.
I would be afraid but intrigued.
Yeah, very, very intrigued. Very intrigued.
Bougie, you know, I love you to death. I love you. I truly do, but I will fight you over Tyler Lepley. We will come to blows.
I'm out. I'm gonna just sit back and listen. I'm gonna just sit back and catch all the.
Right. I'm gonna let y'all kill each other and then swoop in myself. So
I'm out. At it. Y'all listen. I'm not saying Tyler's unattractive. But
I say, do you want to fight?
Y'all got
do you want to kiss these hands? Tyra, I catch you in these streets. I'm with the beat. I will beat your ass.
I could not.
So that was we got through a lot. That was it.
Yeah, that was.
Do I have anything else to talk about?
One more thing.
Oh, please.
We also want to send a shout out to the family of Roger E. Mosley. He died in a car crash at the age of 83.
Yes.
Well, he was paralyzed in the crash, but then later died. He, in case folks don't know, he was best known for his role in Magnum P.I.
Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. Bougie girl. That was awful. That was fucking
Orlando got paid for his interviews and 40 developers and baby wipes.
That was fucking awful. Oh my god.
But
oh my god, okay. Right.
The motherfucking lie.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we were saying so Roger E. Mosley, yes.
Yes.
Oh god.
So rest in peace, Roger.
Yes, rest in peace, Roger E.
Rest in peace, Roger.
Yes. And yesterday was the 4th anniversary of Aretha's passing.
Was it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You remember because Legionnaire, me, you.
Well, are we passing Michael Jackson's? Michael
Jackson died early in the summer.
And
it was.
What about Whitney? I thought Whitney.
It was around this time too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were in Fort Lauderdale. Remember? Well, you weren't there. We had this cute little 2-bedroom. It was me and Lou and.
His birthday was the other.
I know, but
I'm just saying.
Anyway, so we spent part of the day watching the funeral of Aretha Franklin. So
okay,
it was good. Well, good time. It was good music. You know, a sad time, but good music.
Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to show this beautiful bean footage, and then we will be right back.
After these messages, we'll be
right back.
Hey, y'all. Yes,
Hey,
it is. Yeah, it's the show wasn't quite as long today,
But I just want to say, God damn it, Tyra, I cannot. I'm sitting there cracking up. I still cannot get over. I cannot with you. Oh my God, I can't fuck with you.
I love it.
That was awful. That was awful. That was, you know what? That was that. So there needs to be a special with some of the shit that people say, and I feel like that Tyra she's going to be the catalyst for that.
Yes.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched Celebrity Drag Race?
I have not.
I know it's on, but I have not watched it. Is it good?
Is it worth it? Like, is it?
Well, the first episode was it was okay.
Don't tell me who the people are. I don't know if they revealed.
Well, I mean, if you watch the first episode, you're gonna know who gets eliminated first because you'll recognize him right. You'll recognize him or her right away. I'll just put that out there.
Okay.
I mean, they're doing it interestingly the way they do all shows. Of course, we don't know who the celebrities are until they get eliminated. They got my girl Monet Exchange, who's one of the mentors who I love, who I personally love. They got Monet, Jujubee, and Brooklyn Heights.
I don't care for Brooklyn Heights. She seems off-putting to me.
Really?
I don't that combination, Monet, Jujubee, and Brooklyn. I don't.
Monet and Jujubee, I get, because Jujubee can do no wrong.
Well,
I'm going to turn it down to a sensible 74.
I like Jujubee, but I feel like Jujubee, she does very mall drag, and
I mean, she knows her lane and stays in it.
She stays in her lane, but she can kick it up a notch. I don't know what it is. It's just I like her personality, which is the first part.
Yes,
I really enjoy her personality, but I just want her to kick it up a little bit.
Yeah,
but anyway.
Yeah, I was just wondering. And
how many episodes in are we?
It's just it just started last week, so we'll be into the second episode this week. And I also discovered that Miss Vanjie has her own dating show.
I saw that, and it's like 24 hours.
Yeah,
she's still 24 hours. It's like a 24 hours of love kind of thing.
Yeah,
and she's still dating the dude that she met on that show.
What? Oh, is she?
I don't keep up with the interwebs, but I saw some post maybe a week or so ago talking about it in the present tense, like she was still with this person.
Oh,
okay.
Listen,
out of drag,
I think Vanjie's cute. She's cute. She's pretty boy.
She gives very carved out of cream cheese. Fuck the lie, though.
Out of drag, Vanjie's cute. To me.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of it. I just recognize one of the guys that, I guess, contestants or whatever. One of the guys was actually on Big Brother, which is a show that I've loved from day one, and I recognized him. So it was kind of caught my attention when I was watching, I guess it was a trailer for it or something. So I was like, oh, Lord, they done gave this girl a show to find her man. Bless her heart.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
I'm going to have to watch that. Have you watched American Horror Stories yet?
I have no interest in it.
I can't talk to you. Have you watched American Horror Stories?
It is on my list, and I'm trying to get to it.
I'm telling you now, I'm not going to watch.
I cannot talk to you all. American Horror Stories. So for me, American Horror Stories is like Love, Death, and Robots for you.
Okay. Yes, it is. You be like, have you watched it? I was like, no, girl, I just don't care that much. That's what it boils down to. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, I
it's okay.
Horror Story, American Horror Story itself is fine, but the other ones don't really do nothing for me.
And we got She-Hulk tomorrow. She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Oh yes.
Oh, that premieres tomorrow. What does that come on?
It's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Do I have somebody's Disney Plus? I think I got somebody's Disney Plus. I'm gonna see if I can find that. If not, I might be calling you Legionnaire.
Yes, please do.
I hope they don't make it look so computer generated like the previews did.
We're gonna have to give it a go because those previews was looking kind of janky.
I caught a lot of early buzz, and the early buzz on it is that it's very funny. They are doing what I hoped that they were going to do with, and they even showed it in some of the trailers where she breaks the fourth wall. They spoke positively of that. I know a lot of people complained about the CGI and the effects. I don't care about that so much because we know that they're not going to find a 6-foot-tall green woman to play She-Hulk. So that kind of is what it is. I don't necessarily need it to look realistic. I mean, but I think a lot of the comparison is that when you see her next to Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, you can see the glaring difference. I think that's the big thing that people were talking about. But beyond that, the show is getting a lot of good early buzz. So we'll see.
I mean, they could have found some woman like, probably like China when she was living. They could have painted her green and put that old nasty green wig on it, like they did on Lou Ferrigno when he did Incredible.
Oh no, we can't do that again. We cannot do that again.
It's like his wig would stay like perpetually dusty.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was awful.
Well, all right. It's been a fun evening.
Yes,
I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, I want to show you those pants.
Okay, cool.
I didn't understand that.
See.
Oh, I want to show you those pants.
See. I don't know what this is, and we'll talk about this because I can't figure this out to save my life. It does that randomly.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how to start it, stop it. I'm not sure the voice control. I don't know what it is. I thought it was Bixby, but I also feel like my phone is doing some other stuff, and it's about that
Take
time.
it back to the Samsung store.
Yeah, it's about that time to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So
how long have you had it?
What is this? 22. So I think maybe 3 years, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's time.
About 3 years.
Well, all right, kids. It has been a lovely evening, and we look forward to doing it next week. It'll be my pre-Mexico show. So then,
pre-Mexico and pre-New Jewel.
Pre-New Jewel, yes. And so we'll have lots to talk about in 2 weeks. And all right.
Yep.
Party and bullshit.
Any final words, Legionnaire?
No, I love you all. Thank you for listening. Shout out to Chiwabanja. You know who you are. And see you next time.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out. God bless you and good night.